Final practice at the 2021 Spanish Grand Prix, and in the morning heat and light wind, conditions were almost perfect for the final hour of car tweaks before qualifying. Fernando Alonso was the first driver to venture out into the Barcelona sunshine. Twice a winner here, the Spaniard was 5th fastest yesterday in FP2 and said the Alpine felt fast all through Friday. Ferrari too has reason to be optimistic going into qualifying. After 20 minutes, their cars sat 1-2 on the timing sheets, but with neither Mercedes yet to take to the track, the order was always going to see some shifting before the close. And so it would, as perhaps unsurprisingly first Bottas and then Hamilton leapt to the top with their very first laps of the day. The Ferraris weren't done, however, and swung back in the final 20 minutes to sit just behind the 7-time world champion. But it was to be Max Verstappen who topped the session. The writing had been on the wall with his medium tyre run mid-session. The 0.3 second deficit to Hamilton on the soft, given Pirelli's 0.8 second delta expectation, suggested the potential. And Verstappen's first laps on the soft at the end of the hour put him more than 2/10 clear. Verstappen fastest then from Hamilton and the two Ferraris of Leclerc and Sainz, with Bottas in 5th and Perez unable to go better than 10th. With new car upgrades to understand, it hadn't been plain sailing for McLaren on Friday, but their Saturday pace again gave them cause for confidence. Lando Norris would end the session P6 after a trip across the gravel at the new turn 10, with Daniel Ricciardo narrowly behind in P8. Despite a very decent P6 finish in FP2, Pierre Gasly admitted he hadn't quite clicked with the car, and there was still some margin to find in FP3.
Why do I have so much understeer turn 4?
Yeah, it's where we lose all the lap.
Same turn 13, it's like, can't turn the car.
His rookie teammate had his own issues to deal with.
And good break in turn 10 with the RS.
You always say late. Literally, I'm in the entry, you know.
Yuki, calm down. Okay, we'll improve for the next. It's fine.
But with all that, Gasly would finish 7th fastest, with Tsunoda just outside the top 10 in 12th. Kimi Räikkönen ran a bit wide at turn 9, shedding a small section of his Alfa Romeo as he drifted across the curb limits, and would later pick up a rear right puncture. But the pace potential that exists was evident throughout, as he finished 9th quickest. Alpine would finish narrowly outside the top 10 with Alonso in 11th and Ocon 13th in a tightly congested midfield, ahead of Lance Stroll, who again proved the faster of the two Aston Martin drivers in 14th, 3 places ahead of his 4-time world champion teammate. George Russell was in the top 10 for the vast majority of the session until a late blast of quick laps saw him end up P15, with Latifi 3 places back in P18. With Antonio Giovinazzi 16th, the Haas duo of Schumacher and Mazepin brought the top 20 to its conclusion.